Okay guys, this is the fourth time I've tried to record this intro, but I'm getting triggered, so I'm just gonna try and chill out a little bit and just talk to you guys and explain as if you have no idea what's going on. You may have already seen the video that I'm going to refer to. You may not have seen it. You may know the person that I'm going to be referring to inadvertently. I'm not going to name the person, but they have posted a video to their channel, and it's a channel that I actually know and have spoken to recently as well. On Discord. I'm actually in their Discord community, and they're also in mine, I'm pretty sure, as well. But point being is that this person I have no problems with, and I've never personally had any issues with. They've been somewhat nice to me, you know, from my small interactions with them, but the video that they've posted is honestly just a little bit unacceptable and a bit ridiculous, and I want to touch on it because I've seen a video by this guy before and it did kind of piss me off. It's titled I'm Exhausted, and it came out like 5 months ago, and I did watch it when it dropped, and I was this close to making a response video because it's about 11 minutes long, and I was gonna basically just call him out for, you know, the flaws in the arguments that he's making for his viewers not watching his videos, and like basically blaming his audience for not watching his videos, which is just a whole different can of worms and rabbit hole to go down. I'm not going to get into that because that was going to be a video in itself, but I decided to hold back and just say, do you know what, it's a once-off thing. I'm sure the guy just had a bad day, but I happened to see that there was another video, and I was on another streamer who's in the metal community stream earlier on, and this is why I know about the video, and I overheard him as I joined talking about a situation, and I just chimed in and was like, oh, what are you guys talking about? It sounds quite juicy, to be honest, because I was like, oh, what's going on here? And then he told me about this video that was posted 10 days ago as I'm recording this, and I checked it out. I left the stream, I checked it out, I said goodbye to the streamer. Again, not going to name anyone really here. It may become obvious, but I'm not going to name them myself. And I've watched about 35 minutes of it because it's like 52 minutes long of a rant. And my blood was boiling. I didn't get directly called out on it, but this channel in particular was calling out channels that basically make their living the same way as I make my living. So although he's not calling me out directly, he didn't name drop me, which to be honest, probably wouldn't have made a difference. It clearly hasn't made a difference. I didn't get called out and I'm still making the video, but they did inadvertently call me out because these channels that they did mention, he's basically just complaining about. We're going to get into it, okay? But before we go in and we watch this video and we break down the different parts that I really don't like, and I have my notes written down here, I'm coming prepared. Don't go after this person if you guys know who this is, okay? This isn't like a witch hunt or me saying go and attack this person at all. They have posted a video to the public and put it out for the whole world and specifically pointed at their camera and said, people come at me if you want. So they're asking for smoke. I'm not going to like direct smoke at them, but I am just going to simply make my response based on what he said. And that's where we're going to start, I guess, because I do have some choice words for this individual. So without any further ado, let's get into this video, which has really boiled my blood. I don't think I've ever come onto this channel like this before, and I don't plan on doing this again. But in the moment, I just felt like I want to make a video because it just feels annoying to even like listen to this and not make a response. So let's go.
I'm not ready to call out names yet, but I'm going to. Oh, believe me, it's coming. Grab your popcorn because it's coming, dude. I'm holding out no stops on this video, dude. I don't like to call us reactors because we're not reactors. We're music reviewers. What we say, our input helps the music community. Not only the viewers to find new bands, but the new bands or bands themselves to fix what they f up on. That is our job. That is our job as music reviewers. It's to help bands. And that what leads me to this rant. Here we go. Grab your fucking popcorn. If you hate this video, bring it on, motherfucker. Because I am not afraid to speak my fucking truth to my community and to let them know how full of shit you are.
Your truth. Emphasis on your truth. I'm not afraid to speak my truth, is what he said. Not the truth. Very important.
And not helping the goddamn underrated bands just because they don't get the views that they do for popular bands. If it's a popular band, sure, I'll put it on my channel. Why? Because I'm gonna get the views. And I'm just gonna put on 3 reactors right now, and I'm pissed at. Metal Burb, you are one of them. You are one of the 3 that I'm pissed at. 3 reasons why I'm pissed at you. Number 1, you stream live on Twitch, right? You charge every single person for a goddamn reaction.
First point incoming. This is where I started to get a little bit triggered because, to be honest, we're 16 minutes into the video and this is where he actually starts to touch on anything of any relevance. The first 16 minutes are just, honestly, this isn't me over exaggerating. It's self-pity, self-loathe, and just generally feeling sorry for himself because his channel isn't doing as well as the channels that he's about to get into. Okay, let's just start there. Let's see what else he has to say.
I hate that. I hate that. I have donated almost $100 to your channel.
Okay, right. So let's talk about this. And I'm not trying to drag anyone into this. I'm watching this video that he's put out, and I'm not meaning to bring other people into the fire with this, but it really pissed me off because, again, he's mentioned Metalburb, and me and Metalburb have some of the same formats, not exactly the same, but relatively the same means of earning a living from content creation. This individual who we're making the video on has called out Metalburb straight away for charging his viewers on Twitch to react to music of their choice. Okay, something that's been happening across all live streaming platforms for years. Okay, let's just start there. Okay,
almost $100 to your channel, including Patreon and including Twitch.
Okay, so let's stop here again because his gripe with Metalburb, as he said himself, is that he charges his viewers for reactions. He then goes on to say that he's given almost or over $100 to Metalburb for requests that he has wanted Metalburb to see. So are we already seeing the blatant hypocrisy with that statement that he's complaining about streamers, content creators, asking their viewers to donate, and then he donates himself? I mean, you can have whatever opinion you want of how certain streamers make their money. I, for one, have the same format. So I am in the same bracket inadvertently as Metalburb, who he's talking to right now. But then he's completely ruining his entire argument by saying that he has supported Metalburb by doing that, okay? So this is where the hypocrisy starts, and just generally it gets more and more ludicrous.
Not one of those reactions, of those reviews on your channel has been put on your channel from your Twitch. Just gonna say it, man.
Okay, first glance of the entitlements that this video has so much of, you wouldn't even believe. I've had to scour through 17 minutes of him talking, and it's just the same self-pity that I'm hearing for the entirety, and it gets worse. And I'm not trying to shit on the guy, he's just annoying me by the way in which he's kind of expecting so much, you know, like he's becoming so entitled. And he gets onto it later in the video where like bigger channels feel like they are above everyone else, yet he's the one who's just being completely entitled about this whole situation. So just to add some context to this situation about him complaining that his video that he's requested, he spent over $100, which equates to roughly about, you know, 10 tracks that he's requested. He's saying that not one of those has been posted to YouTube. So for some context, all you have to do is go onto Metalburb's stream, and any other streamer. I'm using Metalburb as the example because he's directly calling out Metalburb. So I'm going to continue to use this example until he moves on to the next streamer / content creator in the space. If you go onto Metalburb's Twitch, in brackets of every stream that he does where he reacts, as do most streamers, they have the rules where you can ! rules and get a list up. And now I've just done that. It's taken me 2 seconds and I've read his rules. And out of the 8 rules, not once does it say that if you donate and make a request, it is an automatic video for YouTube. That's not how the world works, because he would have unlimited videos to post then. He wouldn't have enough time in the day to do it, okay? So that's that one just completely disbanded. Like it's gone. That whole point is just gone because the rules are there. You've decided to pay money and you're still disappointed.
Full blast. There you go. It's just gonna show you guys I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. I don't give a shit. If you hate me, you hate me. Orion, you're another one, man. Orion, you followed me on Instagram. One of my videos popped off. I believe it was Hardy. Hardy popped off. What do you know? I reacted to Hardy because it got put in as a Patreon request, right? I reacted to it. It got tons of views. Next thing I know, oh, Orion reacted to this. I was like, really? Isn't that convenient that you followed me on Instagram and you scouted me out, and the shadiness of you actually put that out there because you saw it got views on my channel, man. Nah, fuck that shit. I don't fuck with that.
Okay, so the point he's making is that he reacted to a lesser known band. You know, he's taking the moral high ground here and saying that he's the good person here. He's the good guy. I found this band, this smaller band, and I posted a video. Now, I looked up the video because he's mentioned it, and his video, I believe, has 900 views, in and around 900 views. And then Orion comes along and scouts him. Like, the level of delusion here is insane. Orion has now scouted him out by following him on Instagram because his video got 900 views. Now, I don't know the exact stats for this, but Orion, I know for a fact, gets at least hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube per month. I follow his channel. I've seen his channel. I don't even need to look at his stats to know it's at least a few hundred thousand views. For Orion to see this guy's channel getting 900 views and scouting him out and saying, oh, I need to react to this band because he's gotten so many views. Orion has then gone on and posted his video, and I think it got like 18,000. So do the math. Orion's video has gotten 18 times more views than this guy, and it just doesn't look good for someone who is so pro reacting to smaller bands, which I do agree with. I'm not against the idea of reacting to smaller bands and giving bands publicity, but his whole thing is based around giving publicity to these bands. So if anything, he should be completely ecstatic with Orion for scouting him out, finding the band that he's put on, as he's almost alluding to, Orion then reacting to it because of him, because it was him that made Orion do it. You know, Orion scouted, Orion scouted him out. And then Orion gets 18,000 views. So by proxy, he's the reason that this band has blown up. So he should be happy, but no, because that's not what it's about. And that's what we'll get into a little bit more as this goes on. It just becomes so much more evident what this guy's actual like feelings are about what he's actually talking about. It's all smoke and mirrors. He's not really, I'm sure he does care about bands, but this is more about him, as you'll hear throughout. It's more about his channel not doing as well as other channels. And, you know, he's using these bigger channels as examples to like be this white knight figure in the metal reaction community, which is just, I have to call it out because it's just, I don't care how big the channel is. I don't care how small the channel is. If you have 10 subscribers, if you have 100,000, 200,000, 1 million, no one in this community, from my own experience, shies away from anyone. He's mentioning Chandler, and I'm not bringing Chandler into this other than just mentioning his name because he's mentioned. I fucking love Chandler. Chandler Burton, by the way. Go check his channel out. Great fucking guy. He's mentioning that Chandler, you know, is his best mate and everything like that. And also he goes on to touch on it that, you know, the smaller channels in the community, now I can't speak for everyone. I'm sure there's probably been instances where, you know, people have been a bit rude back and forth. There's literally hundreds of channels involved in this now. I can't speak for everyone. But to use Chandler, he's proclaiming as a smaller channel. I'm not saying this is what he's saying. And Chandler has had myself, Mellowburb, Bogdan, Orion. He's had a lot of the bigger channels by subscriber count, as you're talking about, on his podcast. And it's been a great time. I've watched every single one, and both parties have really enjoyed themselves. So just the whole thing doesn't actually add up. And it's becoming more and more obvious that this is about you. And it's not about being this like, it's trying to be this like hero figure for something that doesn't even exist in the first place.
I unsubbed to you. I unfollowed you. Same goes to Metalverb. I unfollowed you. I unsubbed to you. I don't support that shit, guys. I don't. That's shady as
So it's shady as fuck that Orion got more views than him. I don't know if I'm taking that up the wrong way, but that's exactly how that looks. Is that I put out a video, it blew up for him. Fair enough, like fair play. I'm not talking about views here, whatever. Every channel's different. I've been in positions where my channel's gotten like 50 views. I started YouTube 6.5 years ago, almost 7 years ago. I know what it's like to have a smaller channel, but you know what? I fucking worked my bollocks off to get where I'm at today, and I still want to improve. I take a lot of inspiration from a lot of the channels he's talking about. I take inspiration from some of the smaller channels. There's some fucking channels that I could name right now, which I'm not going to keep dragging people into, but I get a lot of inspiration from them because I can see the hunger that these channels have, because this whole market is so saturated. But then this guy is sitting here, and again, I'm kind of touching on the other video that he did that I already touched on in the first, the intro. He says he's exhausted because his viewers aren't watching his videos. Just get over it, man. It's a competitive environment. You want handouts, and that's literally what you want. And you're almost suggesting that content creators should be giving handouts to bands as well. If a band is good, they will blow up. Trust me, I've seen it. If a band is talented, they will be found out eventually. It's just a matter of time and how much effort they put in, not the responsibility of the content creators who might occasionally put them on. The content creators own their channel and they have the right to do whatever the fuck they want with it. If I start posting gaming videos tomorrow on my main channel, are you going to complain that I'm not promoting smaller bands? No, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want on my channel, okay?
Those are the main two. I'm fucking pissed at right now, man. I don't give a shit.
So he's pissed at the two lads who, the only reasons he's given is one, Orion basically scouts him and steals his requests. That's what I'm getting from that. It's just a jealousy thing. Like, that's, let's call a spade, that's jealousy. And then Metal Burb, he's just calling out Metal Burb because what he's saying is that Metal Burb takes requests. So you are literally calling out myself. I know I'm not going to name names because I actually don't know for certain, but I know I do that. So you are calling me out because you have a problem with Metal Burb for doing that. So you're calling me out. And look, I don't care. It's water off a duck's back, but it's just the way you're approaching this video and your misunderstanding of how this works. For example, the people who support me on Twitch, they pay for requests. I don't make people pay for requests. People come to me because they enjoy my content. They've been watching me for years. They want to support me. They want to be able to share a moment with the community. And there's not really much more to it. I shouldn't have to explain why people will do this. And again, it just kind of strikes as jealousy. I don't know what your stream is like, but it's just not adding up. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I work my bollocks off. I have been working in a full-time job ever since I left college. I started YouTube in college 7 years ago. I was doing a part-time job, I was in college, and I was doing YouTube. Then I got into reactions. I did reactions for like 4 years-ish, and only like a few months ago I left my job, and I was able to support myself full-time via the people who support me on Patreon, via the people that support me on Twitch. So because of all that, I've actually had more time to go and discover, like, you know, lesser known bands. So like, it doesn't even add up because I'm able to give exposure to smaller bands because now I have more time, because the people that watch me are willing to pay for the content that they receive regularly. Like, it's just like, I don't know why I have to explain this, but we'll keep going. I'm getting triggered.
I know many of you guys are going to disagree with me and probably unsub to me, but I'm not afraid to speak my mind. I will speak my mind, and I just did speak my mind.
And look, honestly, I kind of respect the fact that he'll jump on and do this, but I just think all his points are so flawed, and this is why I wanted to make this video.
Nick Nocturnal is the other one. I have rated you 3 times on Twitch, not one thank you at all. I didn't get a single goddamn thank you. I have reached out to you to do interviews and everything. Didn't get anything. Nothing, dude.
Okay, let's touch on this one because he's now mentioned Nick Nocturnal, who is, by all accounts, the biggest content creator in the metal space that I'm aware of. If there's anyone else, apologies, I've missed them. But as far as I'm concerned, Nick is the biggest channel, okay? And I'm going to assume this content creator's Twitch viewership is in and around an average of, say, 5 to 15 people. Now, I can see from this video that we're watching, he has 3 people watching him on Twitch and 7 people on YouTube. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say the max kind of people he'd be getting on Twitch would be like 15 people, okay? But when the stream ends and he's signing off, generally people drop off before the content creator does their own like goodbye. And then there's about like half of that left. So let's say he has like 7, 8 people at max going into a raid to raid Nick Nocturnal's stream, who, from what I have seen, by all accounts, gets around 500 to 800 people on average watching his stream. So, look, I've been in situations before where I've raided the channel and you don't really get much out of them, and it's a bit like, it's a bit awkward, but it's not personal. If someone raids me with 1 or 2 viewers, you just say thanks, you know? But I'm on a stream that has a lot less viewers where the chat is moving that quick, whereas Nick is obviously in a chat where there's 5 or 7, you know, 5, 6, 700, 800 people. He's not going to see everything that someone sends his way, especially if it's like a raid of, let's say, maximum 8 to 10 people, okay? Let's just call a spade a spade. That's how the internet works. This comes across as entitled. I've reached out to Nick as well, is what he's saying. I'm sure a lot of people have reached out to Nick. You need to be a little bit more aware on the internet of the people that you're expecting responses from. These people are getting a lot of DMs. I'm by no means anywhere near the stature of Nick from a social media standpoint, and I can't respond to everyone because I'd spend my whole day doing that. You know, as much as I'd love to, if I was to go through my YouTube comments, my Instagram, my emails, my Discord, my Patreon, it's very, very hard and you have to prioritize. It just seems like jealousy, you know? It just doesn't seem like there's anything constructive behind this. It's just like, I don't get views on my channel. People are, you know, getting special treatment on YouTube, even though it's all about an algorithm and how you actually structure a video and thumbnails and titles and gaming the algorithm. The list goes on. It's not exclusive to the metal community. It's every sub community on YouTube has these same issues. You know, it's some channels do well, some don't. It's up to you to fix why your channel's not doing well and stop blaming everyone else around you.
And I gotta give it to Middleburg. He is an honest reviewer. He's very honest. He tells you how it is. I love that about him. I do. But I don't like that he doesn't give the underrated bands a chance. He only cares about the ones that he thinks are going to make it.
Okay, another point to make, because this is one of the things that really triggered me earlier on, and I'm going to nail him with this one, I'm not going to lie. Okay, let's say he's just called out Metal Burb again, okay? And this is not me sucking up to anyone. This is objectively wrong what he is saying right here. So I can just name one example off the top of my head, because when I heard this originally, it instantly came to mind, which just completely destroys this argument altogether. He is making the argument that Metal Burb picks and chooses which bands go on his channel, and he doesn't favor the smaller bands. Okay, this is where it kind of comes back to this entitled thing where, you know, he should just be featuring every single band on planet Earth, even if they're shit, because you should be taking the moral high ground and supporting the smaller bands. Well, let's use this band called Breakaway that Metal Burb did a video for. Now, I haven't heard this band, I have no idea. Metal Burb very, very carefully crafted his title to say, Sleep Token fans and record labels, listen to this new band. Now, this is a new band that has one video on their entire YouTube channel, and I seen it live because I seen his video get posted. I was interested. A lot of the time I'll click onto these videos and pause them because obviously down the line at some point I might actually react to it. So I wanted to see, okay, let's see the hype. Let's see what the comments are saying. Let's see how well he's actually doing for this band. And he's blown this band up completely. This band has one video on YouTube. They now have 3.13k subscribers. And the video he posted for this band, which I had never heard before in my life, and I'm a guy who does this for a living, never heard of them before in my life. Burr posted the video. His video has 46,643 views. He, you know, again, carefully crafted the title to be a little bit clickbaity, but it's still got people in. And who cares about the clickbait? The bottom line is he's gotten people interested in a new band using his audience, which is huge. He's got a massive audience, and he's used that to get a band that is completely unknown as far as I'm concerned. And I'm sure a lot of you guys, based on the comments on their video, which now has 40,000 views on their first drop. The amount of bands that I've seen that are just starting out that get like 20 views on their first single. These guys drop one video on YouTube. Again, I don't know if they've got like other singles they maybe have deleted or on Spotify, but they have 3,100 subscribers. And I know for a fact they had less than 1,000 when Burb dropped this video because I went onto their channel to check them out and I seen it. This video has 40,000 views and all of the comments are just like, Burb sent me here. Burb sent me here. So that is just one example of what Burb has done for the community. And again, this isn't about Burb. It's about countering what you are saying because you are objectively wrong.
Meanwhile, you come to my Twitch, or you come to other Twitches, Signaple's Twitch, for example. This dude works day in, day out, dude. This guy is not even at 10,000 subscribers, and he works day in and day out on his Twitch and on YouTube.
Irrelevant. Do better. Like, that's just life. It's quite literally life. I'm sorry, I don't have time anymore for this. Like, everyone should be equal and like the way the world has gone. This is a prime example of someone who just expects these handouts. This person is spending all day editing and learning these new softwares and has this cool, like, so does reaction videos are so entry level. It's insane. Do you realize how many channels have started even since I've started? Like, I was late to the game as well, like relatively speaking. And I've seen hundreds, if not thousands of channels come through and give up and come through and give up. And yeah, fair enough. People have stuck around, but you have no one to blame but yourself for your channel stagnating or not growing. I'm in a situation at the moment where my channel, like I hit 100,000 subscribers quite quickly in a particular period of time. And ever since I kind of like got into the metal niche and genre, I've actually taken a massive hit from my own channel. And I see other channels like Burb, like Orion, they've all blown up. They're doing unbelievable. Do you know what I'm not going to do? Be hateful. I look at how they're, you know, dealing with the changes that come across the platform almost on a weekly basis at this point. You know, shorts are a huge thing. TikTok, like, use this as motivation and stop trying to pull other people down because you're upset about your channel not doing well. I'm sorry for the like brutal honesty here, but I hope that I can just get it out in this video so that other people don't have to go and like attack you for it, because this isn't the plan. I'm not trying to be like starting a witch hunt here. I'm just going, I'm matching your energy. That's the energy you're coming with.
He puts up everything, dude. He puts up everything. He doesn't give a fuck if they give views or not, dude.
So what's the problem then? So why does he care? Why does he deserve views if he doesn't care about it? Because I hate to break it to you, YouTube, no matter what way you look at it, is a business. There's always someone trying to game the algorithm. And if you don't care about the views, what are you in it for? These people that say, oh, I don't care about the views. Everyone cares about the views. You wouldn't be on YouTube if you didn't care about the views. Does that mean that you have to make your channel exclusively about views? No, but you do care about views, because if your sole purpose, as you say yourself, is to get bands out there, then you need to care about views, because if your channel doesn't get views, the bands that you want to promote don't get views. It's that simple. This is why this argument is such bollocks, and I wanted to bring it up because it's like you've had this same energy in your last video, and I was again this close to calling you out for it because I hated that like whole feel sorry for me and my viewers don't watch my videos. I've got 116,000 subscribers. I don't even know how many. Like, I don't care about the subscriber count at this point. The viewer count is what matters to me. Like, the subscriber count, I could have 1 million but only get 10,000 views. It's not about the subscriber count. It's about the views. I care about the views on my channel. Is that the reason I do it? Of course not, because I've done it for years without getting views. Now I happen to get views and I'm going to try and continue to improve. That's what it's all about. But point being is that channels that have more views and more consistent viewers, ironically, will do more for smaller bands when they do post them. Because if you're just getting no views on videos of smaller bands all the time, no one wins. You complain about not getting views. None of the bands get noticed because you're not getting views. And then you complain about bigger channels coming along and scouting you and saying, hey, like, I'm going to like look at this because this video is popping off. They're smart. They're gaming the algorithm. They're seeing what's doing well. Let's jump on board. Worst case scenario, I don't get any views. But they take the risk. They post the band blows up because they've gamed their title, their thumbnails, their tags better than you have. And that's what it comes down to.
This dude spends, I think, 3-4 hours making an album review, and maybe it will get maybe 5 likes.
Not sure why it takes that long. It simply doesn't. Like, speed up your process. That's the only advice I have. I do many album reviews on my channel. I make highlight videos out of them. To edit the full album and create the highlight video and the thumbnail and tag everything and upload it, it doesn't take 4 hours. So I don't know why that's taking so long, unless it's edited to the high hills, which I've also used to do. It used to take me days to do albums, so maybe that's what they're doing. Focus on things that aren't going to take 4 or 5 hours and look to game the algorithm if that's what you're looking for. If you don't care about views, then okay, go ahead. But stop complaining then about other channels blowing other bands up when you're not doing it.
I can't do it anymore. I can't pretend to sit here and be quiet and to not complain about other reactors getting the more special treatment or reviewers special treatment. Meanwhile, I have a full-time job. I work my dick off during the daytime. I watch my son when I get home.
Okay, right, look. I'm not going to harp on too much more about this, but you get the idea. I haven't watched the rest of the video, but this is the entitlement coming in here. I work my ass off. Other people get special treatment. I have another job. I have a family. Look, I get it. The guy is clearly loathing himself, and this is the exact same vibe he brought in his other video titled I'm Exhausted. Same energy, and it really annoyed me because I wanted to originally make the video as more of like constructive feedback to say, look, this is what you're doing. You're complaining about it instead of taking action, yada yada yada. However, it's gone to the point now where he's taking shots and he's calling people out directly and he's asking for people to come with the same energy as he's coming with. So this is again what I'm doing. So this whole idea is just so our generation. And this guy isn't even the generation I'm referring to, but it's clearly rubbed off on him that, you know, I work my ass off. I deserve X. This person gets Y. Yada yada yada. Bollocks. I hate that mindset. You know, I've been victim of it myself in the past where you kind of get a little bit upset with things and you're like, oh, the world is against me. That's never going to get you anywhere. Focus on what you're doing wrong, because I can look at your channel straight away and tell you what you're doing wrong. Like, out straight, I know how you can grow your channel. It's not the way you're currently doing it, but of course, you'll look at this and say, no, I'm doing it right. You won't take the constructive feedback on because in your eyes, it's the system that's against you. Like, you're fighting against an invisible barrier. Like, you're walking into an invisible, you're literally lagging out in real life. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that one, but the point is that the system doesn't care about who you are. It cares about audience retention, which is on you. It cares about, you know, how hot a video is at the time. Of course, you've got to game it, man. Use the audience that you can bring in from popular bands to promote the smaller bands that you talk about. Build an audience, man. If people don't want to watch your video, they don't have to. It's not on them to make sure that your channel grows. It's your channel.
And then I'd come to this shit and edit the videos. Not only do I edit the videos, I put up every single goddamn request on my Twitch.
You sound like you don't enjoy this. Like, this is the vibe I'm getting. And again, I keep going back to that I'm exhausted video. It was the same thing. The title is I'm exhausted. Like, you're why are you doing this? Like, the only reason you should be doing this is because you love doing it. There's so many perks to doing this as a hobby. Obviously, if you can someday make it your income, unbelievable. You now have I consider myself to be one of the luckiest people on planet Earth. I get to do what I was doing for years anyway as a job. You don't sound like you have that love. Like, you're just complaining about everything. I work my ass off. I have to learn how to use all these softwares. I learned how to use DaVinci. I learned how to use Reaper myself. I edit all these videos for you guys. Why do you care about other people in this situation? Why, like, do YouTube for you. And the perks that might come with that, if you're lucky, is you also get to promote bands. That's the equation. It's simple. I never got into YouTube to promote bands. Like, I didn't start this channel thinking, oh, I need to go and promote bands. I'm here for me. I love doing this shit. I get new music. And because people like the experience that they get watching the videos with me, they get to see new bands. So it's like a win-win situation, but it seems like you're trying way too hard to cater for this, like, almost made up idea that you're here for the bands, when what you've said throughout this video just doesn't give that same vibe. It's not about the bands, because you just wouldn't care about the views then, because in your heart you're doing the right thing. But it's when other people give the bands a lot of views, you're like, do you know what, that should be me. I'm the person who's found this band. No, it's like they've just gamed the system better than you. That's it. I don't really want to go on much more. I think I'm done here because there's still 25 minutes left in the video. This is just a video I wanted to make. And again, look, you came with this energy and it pissed me off, and I've calmed down a little bit now that I've kind of like got this off my chest. Do not go for this guy. You know, I'm assuming this is going to cut all ties. I'd be happy to speak to you, but just the fact that you came out in public, and I seen on your video, I didn't read Metalburb's full comments, but I seen that he said directly to you, you know, why didn't, if you did feel this way, go and talk to him. So if anything, that's more real from Burb than you, like, you were coming across as like you hate fake people. But to like pretend and follow these people, you know, and donate to their channel and then go and make this like call out video, which is directly going at their livelihood, is way like snakier than anything that Burb has done. He's well within his right to ask for, you know, money to, you know, make a living. You know, no one has to donate to the guy. He's clearly very popular. That's just about it. And also, you have a Patreon. I mean, at least with a $10 donation, it's a once-off payment. You get, you know, what you want out of the streamer or the content creator, and they get paid, and that's it. But I don't know your Patreon. I'm just assuming here, but how is that any different? They pay you a monthly fee and you give them content. So, like, what is it? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. So, yeah, that's all from me. Please, guys, keep it civil in the comments. I'd love to know your opinions, because this isn't necessarily just about this guy. It's probably a bigger question at whole that I'd like to kind of pose to the community. And again, sorry if I came across a little bit angry, but that's my genuine emotions at this time. So, yeah, gonna go review this and see if I even want to post it. I'll see. Maybe I'll run it by a few people and we'll see. If it's up, it's up. But yeah, guys, that's all from me. I wanted to just defend the people that I guess are making a living the same way as I am. So I think I'm going to go ahead and maybe send it to these guys and let them decide if I post it, because otherwise it's just not going to happen. Okay. So yeah.